It's the Marshall Show. Hello everybody, it's Marshall back with another video. I don't know if you can see, they're kind of like light, but I have like these spider webs set up for all of my Halloween videos. This is gonna be the first one of them. I'm hoping to get up at least a couple more before Halloween. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoy them. I did this really cool thing up in the corner. You can't see it with this angle, but I'll put a picture of it right here. Probably tell by the title of this video, this is gonna be a video of all of my personal ghost stories. So let's get started. The first ghost story is kind of like a recurring thing. So every year I go to this sleepaway camp, and every year I go, there's always one night like where you sleep outside. The first time we slept out was right near this like huge field. The fog was like up to like your knees or something. It actually looked really cool. But I woke up in the middle of the night because it was freezing, and I hear like someone like walking around. I'm like, huh, who could that be? And so I opened my eyes, and like we were sleeping on like this pavilion like in the corner of the field. And so I looked out, and I saw like this person, like it was kind of like a shadowy figure. I could definitely see it. And so they have like patrols there to, you know, like make sure that everything's okay. And so then I heard one of the patrol cars coming up, and as it got closer, because it was like in the middle of the field, as it got closer to like the person that was walking around, the person like disappeared. So I went back to bed. And then for the rest of the week, nothing happens. Then I go back next year. We're sleeping out about 100 yards away from the exact same place I'd slept out last year. And I completely forgot about the incident from last year. And so once again, we set up our sleeping bags, and once again it's freezing cold. So I wake up, and once again there's knee-deep fog. And there's the exact same person walking, like, and this time it was like through a forest. And I see him walking, and then there's like another patrol car. As the patrol car like drives towards the thing, it sort of like dissipates. And by that time I'm really creeped out, but I fall back asleep, and then nothing happens for the rest of the week. Then this summer I go back to the exact same thing, and this time I didn't forget about the incident, but we're sleeping out like a couple miles away from the place that we slept out the last 2 years. Thinking, oh, it must be like just something with the place. I wake up again. This time I'm in a hammock, but it's sort of like a hammock like of circles. It's pretty cool. I wish I had gotten some pictures, but I didn't bring my camera. But yeah, so I wake up again, and I hear something walking around. And once again, knee-deep fog, and I see this person walking around. And then one of the counselors like turns on his flashlight, like sits up and then walks around and turns on his flashlight. And then the thing once again dissipates into fog. So I don't know if like it's like a ghost there, or if it's just like some like weird shape of the fog, but seriously, it was pretty creepy. The second ghost story actually happens here in Chicago. So I play soccer, so I was driving back from a soccer game back on Lakeshore Drive, and we were driving past this big open field. But since it's like Chicago winter, it was like one of the last games of the season before it was winter break. No one was there because it was like freezing cold. So I see like this ball, and it's kind of like floating. And then I see the thing, the like reflection sort of thing. I thought it was a reflection then. I see it like sort of like move back, like someone was about to throw it, and then it like throws. And so it's going in like this arc, like over the field. And I'm like, that's really weird. So I get a closer look at it, because we're like driving up like right past it now, and I see it's a tennis ball, and I'm like, how is that there? Like there's no one in the field, and then it just stops, like as if someone caught it. It was really weird. And then like it went back again, like it was throwing it back, and then it stopped again, like at the exact same place where it first was. And I'm like, okay. But then I forget about it. I go home. I was in bed and I was reading, and I just closed my curtains, and then they're like magnet shut. They're not going to be opening all by themselves. And then all of a sudden they opened. The window was closed, so it couldn't have been wind. I was the only person in the room, and then all of a sudden they just opened. What just happened? I get up, I close the curtains, and then I go to bed, and I think nothing of it. For some reason I woke up really early, and the curtains are open. I don't know if like it was like some Chicago ghost like haunting me or something like that. I don't know. The third thing happens down in New Orleans. So I go down in New Orleans once a year for Mardi Gras, and we always visit this neighborhood called the French Quarter. And so like it's really crowded, and there's like music coming from every street corner. It's a beautiful place. But I kept seeing, like, you know how like you can tell, like, if you see like a baby picture of a person, then you see like them as a picture of them as a teenager, and then you see like a picture of them like all grown up, you can like connect that they're the same person. I sort of saw something like that. Like, we had just gotten there. It was like this baby. And I thought it was kind of weird because like it was in like a stroller and it was all alone. Like there was no one around it. Then I look at the baby and it's like staring right at me. It was kind of creepy. And I think nothing of it and I walk away. Then we sort of like stop to eat. We sit down. We got some muffaladas. And I see this girl staring at me. And I'm like, she looks familiar. And then I think back to the baby. And I'm like, are you guys like sisters or something? Or I don't know. And then we stay out there for a couple hours. We've been like shopping and all that. And I see like this woman, like this like 40, 50-year-old woman. And she's just like staring at me. And I'm like, you look like an older version of the two girls that I saw earlier. And I'm thinking that, and as I'm thinking that, she stares at me, and then she sort of like just walks away, like. And so I think nothing of it. Later I'm like looking at like some news articles, and I find this like this article about like a death in the French Quarter. I'm like, huh, that's weird. I was literally there earlier today. I click on it, and there were 3 pictures there, and they were the exact like same people that I'd seen. It was that girl had died like 10 minutes before we had gotten in the quarter. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know if it was like some sort of like New Orleans like voodoo or like raising stuff from the dead or something like that, but it was really scary. The 4th thing actually happens about a year ago. It was last year's Halloween. Most of my family had gone home. It was just me, my dad, and my brother. And so we were just going down this street that's like everyone else was gone. Like there was maybe like 2 other people there. And so we had like gone on either sides of the street. Like I had gone down like the right side, and my brother and my dad had gone down the left side. So I'm like coming down the steps from my house, and I see like this person sprinting. They were kind of glowing, but I mean, you know, I didn't think much of that. It could have been like some sort of like reflector thing, or they were like dressed up in lights. But I didn't think much of that. But then I realized like how fast they were sprinting. So like they were sprinting faster than a car. So there's like these trees that sort of like divided the street into sections. So every time like the thing would pass a tree, it would like pass the tree, and then like there would be nothing there. And then I'd look to the next tree, and it would appear on the next tree. And then like it would just keep going on and on like that. It was like me, my brother, my dad, and then there was only like one other person there. And like the thing that was running was about to run into the other person, and it like runs through the person, and it just keeps going like nothing happened. But the person that it ran through like freezes, like mid-stride, like he only has 1 foot on the ground, he's 1 foot in the air for like a full 5 seconds, and then he goes on like nothing happened. There's like a building at the end of the street that like just stops it, and the thing like runs like right into the building and disappears. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know if it was like some sort of Halloween ghost, but it was really scary. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below. Comment down below if you have any ideas what I should do for Halloween videos, or even videos in the future. If you like this video and you want to see more content like it, you can subscribe for more videos from me. I hope that you enjoy life and have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.